Hello everybody. Today's topic is how to construct any major or minor scale, or how to get the notes of any major or minor scale without having any kind of hint book or internet or any friend to ask. Uh, just assume that you're sitting on the hilltop with your smartphone. You don't have any internet connection there, and you just connect it to your Bluetooth MIDI keyboard and you want to make some music. And let's assume you want to make a music E minor or D major or whatever it is, but you don't know how the keys are going with this corresponding scales. Is there a way to get this information by just only having your MIDI keyboard? And I say yes, you can perfectly get this information out of your MIDI keyboard. And here's how it works. So, looking at this keyboard picture here, let's assume these pictures are pictures of your MIDI keyboard, and they are all identical, so you can look at any of them, but let's start with the upper one. You can see that there is a repetition thing going on. Namely here, you can see that the keys have some patterns, which is repeating, and each repetition of this pattern is called an octave, and is consisting of 12 keys. If you count the white and the black keys together, you will see that there are 7 white keys and 5 black keys, and this is basically an octave. So the MIDI keyboard is a repetition of octaves, and every octave for itself is the same. And now, one other thing that you might have noticed is that the white keys have also 2 configurations. So this is the first configuration where the white keys have a black key in between of them, and then there is the second configuration where here is no black key in between of them. The configuration without a black key in between of them is called a half step. This is because every key is called a semitone, and 2 keys having only one semitone in between of them is called an half step, and 2 keys having 2 semitones in between of them are called a whole step. Like the other configuration here, you can see that there is this black key and there's also one semitone, so to go from this white key to the other one, you have to count 1 semitone and 2 semitones, so it's a whole step. We can use W and H for determining the whole and the half step thing. So this information is actually enough for you to get to the scales or the note of the scales. If you just complement it with one other small information, which is also easy to keep in your mind. This information is like following. There are 2 scales, and these are the C major and the A minor scale. And what makes them so special is the fact that they are only consisting of white keys. That makes them so easy. And we can use this information to get out any scale, the notes for any scale, by looking if it's a major scale. We use C major as a starting point. If it's a minor scale, we use A minor as a starting point. So look, first let us look at the major scales, right? So let us derive the formula for a major scale. Let's talk about the C major. So the C major is starting at C, as this note prefix always says. It starts with this root note, so C major is starting with the C. That goes without thinking, and is consisting of all white keys, we said. So it's going from here to there, and then repeats in every octave, right? So if this is the C and our root, so what kind of formula we can derive out of it? Well, if you look at the white keys which have black keys in between of them and write a whole note, the whole note, and then the half step for this each, then we can see that this is a black key in between of two white keys, so it must be a whole step. There is also one black key here, but there is no black key here, so it has to be a half step. And going so forth, we see that there are whole steps here and a half step at the end. This is a universal major scale formula which you can use to any root node, and you get the nodes of your scale. So let's assume we want to know how D major, for instance, is made, right? So D is here, and let's start with D and then apply our formula. So we have to go a whole step. So this is the first node in my scale. Then we have to go another whole step. So count 2. You see that there is no black key in between of this right key, so this is only 1, and then we have to go to the next black key. So this is the second one. Then I have to count a half step, which is only consisting of 1 semitone. So this is the third one. Then we go 3 whole steps. So this is the fourth, this is the fifth one, and this is the sixth one. And this is my next root node, which is also a key. So as you can see, it's easy, and you can repeat this with any kind of root node, and you get to your scale, and you can just get to the nodes of the scale. And the same applies to the minor scales, right? If you look at the A minor, which is this guy here, starting at A and going to the next A, and it's also again only white nodes, then you can see easily that this is a whole step, this is a half step, a whole step, another whole step, a half step, a whole step, and a whole step. Right? This is the formula for a minor scale. Right? So every minor scale is built with this information. And if we want, for instance, go and see how E minor behaves, then we have to start with E, right? And we go a half step. We go a whole step. So this is our first node. Then we go a half step. This is our second node. And we go then 2 whole steps, which is here and here. And then we go another half step, which is then here. And then we have to go another whole step. And I have to paint in the rest of the keyboard. I'm sorry. Right. And then we see that, so this was 6, and then the last whole step brings us to the root node, which is the next E. Yeah, that's basically it. That's the easiest way I know, without any hint or clue, to get any of the nodes of any majors from minor scale. There is also one other way to go, and this is if you have your laptop, your MacBook, or your Windows laptop, then you can also download a program that I wrote myself, which also helps you to learn and moreover practice nodes of the scales, which is a computer game. I will write the description below, you can check it out, and if you like it, you can buy it. And this also helps you to memorize the nodes of any scale, that you can basically see the notes in your keyboard without thinking. That makes a good fundament for jamming along with other people or improvising in this game. Okay, folks, that's all for now. Probably videos will come later, but for now it's all, and I hope you have fun with this video. If you like it, then give us a like. If you like the concept, then subscribe to the channel. And that's all you have to do to keep the good things coming. So please hit the button, and see you next time. Bye.